this thing called Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate that. First and foremost, I don't celebrate it because I done got to the place and I guess I realized it, but I guess I realized it more when I went to the store the other day for one of my family members. And they sent me at some things, and this is not if you get this video, this is no put down. I don't mention any names or anything like that, but I'm just using it for educational purposes. I don't feel right. I don't feel right going up in there buying stuff to call myself saying I'm getting this for these family members. They cooking for Thanksgiving. I'm very uncomfortable with that. I am very uncomfortable with that. And you should too. The reason why I say that is because when I think about Thanksgiving, for me, it should make you uncomfortable. It should make you feel angry. It should make you should be angry and all of that put together. Because it's just like you might as well just put a cross around your neck. That if somebody raped and killed one of your family members, you wouldn't wear that around your neck to remind you of what happened like that, because it's just gonna strike a certain nerve. You know what I mean? If a person came in, killed your whole family, just did it for no reason, and they gave you a chain and say, well, wear this in remembrance of what I did to your family, you would look at them like they stupid and crazy. You would actually probably want to do some bodily harm to them. You'd probably be like, what the fuck did you just say? What? For me, I say get the fuck away from me. That's what I would say. I say get your ass away from me, quick, fast, in a hurry. Get the hell away from me. That's what I would do. To celebrate Thanksgiving, that should piss you off. It really should. It should piss you the fuck off. To think about what the ancestors have done, the history of it is what I'm saying. Now, some people gonna try to say we use it to justify worshiping God and giving thanks to the Most High and all of that. No, that was about when the Indians came together and they celebrated the unity between the Indians and what happened to what they did to the Native Americans. They came together to celebrate the birth of, the birth of what they did, the representation, a sign of what had happened, and they came together and to commemorate what they did in slaughtering millions of people. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't celebrate it if you are in your right state of mind. Let me give you an example of what you should be worshiping. If you go to Leviticus 23, chapter 23, and you read about all of the holy days and the feast days, that's what you should be celebrating. Not nothing contain. Like, the reason why they were celebrating the holy days, because you remember the thing where they had to bring lambs for their sins and all that kind of stuff. Y'all remember when they had to bring lambs and all that type of stuff? They had to sacrifice the turtle dove and the goats and the bullocks and bullocks and all that stuff. They had to atone for their sins. Moses was the leader. He was one of the Levites, the priest that was over that service during that time. He was leading the tabernacle service. He was responsible for the congregation at that, during that time. And they would do all what was called bring an offering, wash their hands and all that, their feet and stuff, before they took part into the rituals and stuff like that. That's what they did. You know what I mean? And they came together and they worshiped. It was called a holy day because some of them had broke the Sabbath. And if you want further information on that, you go to Nehemiah chapter 13 and you read the whole chapter. And between the first verse and the last verses in that chapter, you're going to see why they had to come together and they had to speak in the Jews' language, and they had to speak in the Ashdod language. All of that. Their language was taken and everything. The reason why that their language was taken is because they refused to worship the God of Israel, the God that made heaven and earth. You see what I'm saying? And so they went and sacrificed to these other gods, like the god of Molech. God of Molech was dealing with child sacrifice, stuff like that. You know what I mean? All of those things like that, you shouldn't be worshiping those things. Now, if you go to Isaiah, where he said he despised your feasts, now there's a difference between the feast of the Lord and in the feast and the dedications of the heathens. He said in Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2, he says, learn not the way of the heathens. You see what I'm saying? He said, don't learn the way of the heathens. The way of the heathens are those false feast tabernacles that they went after. Instead of, what I'm trying to tell you is, celebrate the holy days, not the holidays of man, of Esau, not the holidays of Esau. Celebrate your own culture. Celebrate our culture. Not nothing that man's cultures by celebrating, like eating turkey and all that kind of stuff. Because what you're doing, you are putting up a representation that you are honoring the slaughter what Christopher Columbus, which was a Spaniard, killed off all of the Native Americans. Over 70 million. They killed over 100 million Native Americans. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to celebrate that. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So on that note, I'm going to say the reason why I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's the title of the video. The reason why you shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. The reason why you shouldn't celebrate, you and I shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. The reason why you and I should not celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm out.